Morning, we'll be in 2 Corinthians chapter 10 today, and Paul is starting to change his letter a little bit. We've been talking the last couple of days about giving and the responsibility of that, and now Paul is going to start talking about some of his detractors. You see, some of the people are starting to complain that Paul talks timidly to them, but then he talks boldly behind their back. And Paul says he's not doing that. You know, if you read anything in the Bible, you can see Paul was pretty bold. Paul was not bashful. Paul would probably not be welcome in most of our churches today. He was so bold. But the reality of it is, Paul says, listen, I will tell you exactly what I think. But he says, I'm doing this not because I'm boasting about who I am, but I'm boasting in what Christ is and what Christ does. He says, for what reason? He says this in verse 8 of chapter 10. He says that for even if I boast somewhat freely about the authority the Lord gave us, for building you up rather than pulling you down, I will not be ashamed of it. See, Paul says that I'm telling you what Christ has done in my life and what Christ can do in your life because that's exciting. We should see what God is doing in our lives and what God can do. We shouldn't boast on ourselves, but we should boast on what Christ is doing. I hope and encourage you to do that today. We'll see you tomorrow.